All right, moving on to the green Ecolab soap. There's a shortage on this. What we got to replace this is an Ecolab product, as well as the pink soap, Ecolab. Ecolab was able to get us this clean and smooth product in gallon containers. We have a lot of this stuff, which replaces the green. Okay, the pink is an antimicrobial. It has chlorhexidine or chlorhexolol. Chloroxylenol. Anyway, this does not. So this product is not antimicrobial. However, if we get empty pink soaps, we can put this in the pink soap container and we can cover up with labels the antimicrobial part so that it appears to be the green hand soap. When we collect these empties, there might be just a little tiny bit on the bottom. So what I've been doing is just draining with the funnel, the old bottle into one of these until these get full, and then we can put a full one back on the shelf. There'll be a little tiny bit of green in the bottom, a little tiny bit of pink in the bottom once you empty them completely. It's okay to mix this white stuff with a little bit of green and a little bit of pink. It's going to change color, but it's okay. So again, we just, take the lid off. Now these lids are tough to get off, so a pair of channel locks. Those will help you remove these lids. So again, take those lids off, drain all the excess soap into either a pink or a green, whatever one, until they get full. And then whatever is left in the empty bottles, those can be filled with the new white soap and a funnel. Fill it up, right to about there, right to where it starts to change, because then when you put your top back in, you don't want it to pour over. All right, so fill it up right to about the top of that with the white soap, and then you can put the top back on. So we also got these pump bottles. For this soap, it has to be a pump top, okay? These bottles have dispensers throughout WellSpan. Everyone's seen the dispensers that these come in. So the best case scenario is to refill these containers and get them recirculated out throughout WellSpan. However, if we run out of these bottles, we got our hands on some of these little pump bottles. If you order one of those, you'll get 3 of these because it's smaller. However, that's a different kind of bottle that we might have. And if you're back here, you might have a different style bottle. Again, fill up whatever bottles you have. These will be priority. And then they get labeled properly and returned back to Steve Scroggs for stocking purposes. This product gets these labels on the front. And then this is a product label with information. It also goes on there, and then everything always gets a fill date sticker. Okay, on this bottle you can just put that sticker right here, and then a fill date anywhere. I put them up here usually. This bottle, if you get any of these, put that sticker across here where it covers up the antimicrobial and it covers up the active ingredient, because it won't have that active ingredient. Okay, and then when you put your sign and date or your date filled sticker on these pink bottles, I put it right across there where it's hiding the active ingredient. It also hides that. So if you hide things that aren't in there with your stickers, then it's okay. So again, antimicrobial bottles cover up that active ingredient part and cover up here where it says antimicrobial. And that's pretty much it for the clean and smooth soap. So the famous purple top wipes, everybody's seen them. This is probably my busiest thing. I collect these all day long, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And what they have is a little bit of fluid in the bottom of each container. No more wipes, okay? So I collect those empties. I pop the lid off. I'll show you that here. Inside of there is empty. I add more to that. Until it's about 1/3 of the way full. The best way to tell that is this purple writing right underneath of these 3 circles. There's that purple writing underneath there that says bactericidal, tuberculocidal, and virucidal in 2 minutes. That's about where 1/3 is, just to the bottom of those 3 circles. So if you open up the top of one of these, as you're filling it, you can look down inside and you can find those 3 circles. You can kind of see through the tub. And then inside you can see the fill line. When it gets up to the bottom of those 3 circles, that's about 1/3 full. Once it's 1/3 full of fluid, it's ready for paper towels. Paper towels that we're using come in a pack like this. It's a pack of 50. Okay. So you need to put half of a pack you get approximately half of a pile, and you put it in that 1/3 full container, and then you put the lid back on. Okay. After that, you wipe your container down, and this is the labeling system. Again, date filled sticker, and these don't stick real well. I don't care how good you clean these bottles, you can't really get these to stick too good, so just do your best. And then the last sticker is this one. It says contains approximately 25 wipes, because what it said before was contains 65 wipes, and that's not the case anymore, because now there's about 25 wipes. So we have to get the labeling as good as possible on these. That's why we're doing all this work. And by the way, Audra Price up front, she's the one that'll get you labels. If you run out of labels, go up and see Audra. Tell her which labels you need. She'll get them. So again, you fill them 1/3 of the way full. Put half a stack, 25 approximately, paper towels in it. Lid back on, wipe the bottle, label it properly. Tell Steve Scroggs how many you have, and he'll put them back in the stock. This is all disaster supply stuff. So the inventory will reflect such. He'll put it into Chambersburg Warehouse Disaster Supply, and if it's needed, it'll be distributed throughout Wellspan. The last thing that I've been doing, this is not very often because I don't think this works out that great, but it's these. These are the Purell foaming hand sanitizer. Okay, this is a full one that I've been able to refill. Obviously, it has a date filled label on it. You see it's full nearly to the top, okay? It took a lot of these empty ones to fill one of those, okay? If it becomes a problem and we have to do it again, you just have to get channel locks around this blue collar right here. And you get channel locks around this blue collar. That part will twist out. And then you empty whatever little bit of fluid is left in there into one of these other ones until it's full. And then you label it. So these I haven't been collecting too many of. People just aren't saving them, and I don't think we're having a problem getting this right now. But that's the other thing you might run into. Over here is, this big box has more of the trigger spray bottles for whenever we get the bottle filling station for those barrels over there of the hand sanitizer. This is just a bunch of empty Purell pumps in case we get any of the gel to refill those. And back there's more. And there's some of those Purell foaming hand sanitizer containers back there beside that trash can. There's plenty of graduate syringes if you ever need. Here's more of this Ecolab soap. If we ever need more of the Ecolab soap, it's over at Franklin Storage. The paper towels that we use to fill those purple top tubs, those are also over in Franklin Storage. Now, whenever you do this work, always should wear gloves. Also, you could wear eye protection. Anything that you're working on here, you're not going to contaminate the product because it's all disinfected. So don't worry about contaminating the product itself or any of the containers. This PPE is for your protection. If any of that isopropyl alcohol would splash up into your eyes, that would probably be not so good. Same way with gloves. If you have cuts or bad skin on your hands, that could be an issue dealing with this alcohol. So always use your PPE. Whatever you fill, make sure you tell Steve Scroggs. Let me show you one more thing and then we'll be done. Over here is where I keep all of my purple top tubs. So this is my sweatshop area. This is where I get sweaty. Hope that helped. Thank you.